Happy spring equinox. I'm so happy beyond elated that it's spring and the sun is out. And I apparently have heard that during the spring equinox and kind of just this time of the year, it's really good to fill your home with fresh flowers and just bring in the energy of freshness in spring. So that's what we've done here. And I'm very grateful because some of these flowers are gifted to me. So I'm very grateful. And yeah, so today's styling, I've already dressed myself up, but I can talk you through my options of what I've done. Today, I was more interested in styling my hair actually. So, what I've opted to do is because I've got short hair, I really want to experiment and just enjoy the fact that I really did fully explore short hair territory. So, my favorite kind of thing that I've done thus far that I never thought I would do is pigtails, and I just love pigtails. But also having short hair, I've been able to sort of curl my hair at the front over here inward. So I could have a fringe if I wanted to, but I'd probably be better off straightening it. But I opted to curl it today, and it's giving off like little lamb, and I think it's very sweet and very on par with spring and the whole equinox day and everything, just because it's giving off like shaggy baby little lamb curly locks, and I think it's very sweet. But I've chosen to do it sort of sideways, so it's not all over my face, and I actually think that's better because it frames my face a bit more. And of course, headband. I feel like Angelica and headbands are very much intertwined beings. You can like I've got so many headbands. I just love them so much. I'll just pick a few up here. I'm in love with headbands. But yes, so why I like this one is because it's not too big. So if it was too big, I think it would look a bit over the top, and it matches the skirt. So yeah, I've been loving this week. So I've worn this headband quite a lot this week. So just me and this headband, we're vibing this week. I've matched the skirt with this kind of backless, kind of shimmery satin style top. I really like it because overall it all sort of blends in together, has a similar colour palette, it's all beige neutrals, which is very sweet. And of course, it's warming up, so it's not cold enough for a proper coat, but it's equally not warm enough to be wearing nothing like no jacket, because I mean maybe in the summer I could walk out like this and feel fine, but I still feel the chill of the air. So what I've done is opted either for a cardigan or a jacket of some sort, and I really like this jacket because it's just that bit longer than the skirt and equally marries everything together quite nicely with the neutral color palette, because there's just a mixture of colors going on here. So I feel like you can get away with anything and everything as long as it's within the range of color scheme. And it's very chic, it's very nice. I think it's giving off like casual with all of it together, but equally this kind of stylish effortless look, but kind of like I know what I'm doing here. I don't know if I'm wording that nicely. I'm still quite tired. I am running on a little amount of sleep, so do forgive me if I'm in a massive waffly state. But yes, and so for jewelry, I've opted for literally just these chunky earrings. I'm going to add some floral rings, but I haven't done that yet. And I'm not going to wear a necklace or anything like that. So literally just what I'm going, quite simple. But I feel like the neutral color palette and the fact that it's not too over the top is the statement we're making. And I feel like the headband and the earrings, because they're quite chunky, but I like them. I wouldn't want like dangly ones today. If I did, what would I go for? I've got different earrings. I mean, I could do something like these leafy earrings. I rarely wear big chunky earrings because my ears are quite like delicate and light. But if I was going for something chunky and I wanted to make a chunky statement, I'd do that. But I think overall, I want something that's bold enough but not over the top. Hello, hello, hi. Do you want a huggy? Come to join us. And look, speaking of beautiful curly locks, look at this. Isn't he just so gorgeous? You're getting big though. In my head, he's still such a tiny baby, but you're growing up so fast. Yeah, he's a big bubba now. Still a baby though, in toddler stage, yes? Mama loves you. Love him so much. Sorry for the disruption, but family calls. Obviously, I've mentioned early on in my kind of starting this YouTube page that I am going to be interrupted with family because I try and film it around the kids. And, being a young single mum, you sort of just have to do your best. And I really want to do this stuff. Like, I really enjoy filming, I really enjoy the editing process, and then I enjoy hearing the feedback. So, yeah, this is my outfit of the day. I think it's very cute. And one thing that I've noticed with short hair is that, oh, hello, you got interrupted again. So what I was saying is one thing that I've noticed with the short hair is that I've been kind of dubbed more youthful, which is good. But when I say more youthful, so like I'm in my 20s now, but someone even thought I was 19 the other day, and it was very much, I think, contributing factor what I was wearing. But because I was very much more casual, I was wearing like these gym leggings and a hoodie. I got interrupted again. Sorry about that, but we're going to carry on, hopefully not get interrupted again. But yes, so one thing that I've noticed with short hair is that I have been dubbed a lot more youthful, which is really exciting because I've only ever had long hair. And obviously I've spoken about the fact that my styling, and I prefer more of a chic kind of look, but that being said, it always sort of seems to age me more, like kind of a few years older than what I am. So obviously, like I think my face will give off the fact that I am still, young and in my 20s. But the styling, like if I was wearing this compared to like what I was wearing yesterday, which was this kind of like girly teenage pink outfit, then naturally like that will pull me back more to my age. But I was literally like confused with being a teenager, which is like such a compliment. But again, I think massively contributes to what I'm wearing. But the short hair, I don't know what it is. I think it's just giving off like teenage girl vibes, which I think is quite sweet. But I've just really enjoyed exploring the styling process with it. And it's not something I ever thought I would love. But now that I've got the hang of it a bit more, and it's very much a case of how you style short hair that matters, it really like can transform an outfit. And I don't think that I'd be able to do pigtails in the same way with long hair. I'll probably do like maybe princess Leia buns, but if I had just long hair, I'll probably do like a bun or a ponytail even. Like with long hair, you do really well with ponytail. But yes, but this specific hairstyle, like I love it, and I probably would never have done it with long hair. So I guess there's a fun experimental aspect to that, and I can look back and really just enjoy the different outfits and hairstyles that I explored. But overall, this is my spring equinox outfit of the day. Yesterday, I was wearing like baby pink just to celebrate all the different pink notes, like these flowers. So I was very much in a kind of spring mood there. All the floral jewelry. If you want to check that out, check that video. I posted about it already. And yeah, so I don't know how good I'm going to get at these outfit videos, but I am trying. And hopefully, the more I post them, the more I improve. But that's all I can sort of hope for. But I am so glad that I have received positive reception from 2 people. This page is still small. We're still a small page. And I'm okay with that. I quite like the fact that we're this cozy comfort YouTube and social media page, because it means that we're in this kind of nice cozy corner, and I like that. And there's a lot of cozy content creators. They're not so big, but when you watch their stuff, you're like, I want to grab a cup of tea, and it just switches the rest of the world off, and it's nice. So I really like that. Yeah, I still need to catch up on the latest episode of Love Story by JFK and Caroline Bessette. I don't know if anyone else is watching that, but I found it quite interesting, but also the background research behind it. Like the Kennedy family apparently are not very into the whole series. But another part of me is like, there's one thing that Caroline Bessette specifically wanted, and that was privacy. And I feel like the whole series being made is sort of an invasion of that. But equally, I think it shows her in a quite like positive light. And everyone on social media is like, oh, Caroline Bessette style. So, she's been kind of like spotted as this style icon. And obviously, I think when someone dies early, like Madonna, not someone dies early, like, Princess Diana, like Marilyn Monroe, you're sort of like frozen in history as that age. And so you sort of die forever young. He's died as a style icon that everyone's like, wow, like she's just so stylish, she's so effortless, she's like, I don't care. And I think lots of people have fallen in love with that. But for me personally, obviously we're talking about styling and outfits and what have you, my video cut off. The most important take home there is the fact that she was very much herself. She was authentic to who she was and what she wanted to wear. So I think that is probably the lesson that people should be taking home from this whole trend of Caroline Bessette after this Love Story series has come out. Just stay true to yourself, be authentic to what you want to wear, your style. Because why so many people have suddenly fallen in love with it is because obviously it was a good style, but beyond that, she was just doing herself. Like she was very much doing what she wanted, living authentically by herself and styling herself in that way. And I think why so many people look for other people's styles, obviously there's an element of appreciation, but it's a case of not necessarily finding yourself or feeling safe to do that. And I think that's a psychological aspect as well, like, feeling safe just to make that statement on your own and go, I feel safe doing everything and anything that styling options I want to do. And I think that's also how great style icons are made. So, just be authentic to yourself, see what feels good, experiment, explore. And, I very much did that with styles that I didn't like just because I was told off for looking older than I was. But equally, like, I look back at those times and I don't feel any resentment. I'm like, actually, it was fun to try different things. And I definitely know it's not my style, but I'm very happy that I tried it. And I know for sure that whilst I can do that style, it's not for me. And I think this is more very on par with what I like. And it's good to just know for sure. But yes, so this is my outfit of the day. And yeah, until next time, guys.